Welcome to Spirit Talk Radio. Welcome to my show this morning. Wow, we're going to start off with a bang. We are on the full moon eclipse. Holy moly. Already started this off this morning. I will be answering maybe some questions here if you guys are watching me here live on BeLive.com. I do see a chat room over here to the side, so ask some questions. I would like the questions to be kind of general, not personal individuals. Those would actually require a reading. But I want to really help everybody. This month is going to be an energy cluster. Cannot stress this enough. Mine kind of already started off this morning as an energy cluster. There was a lot of traffic. I had to get to an appointment. There was already an accident. Felt the energy. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I could not sleep very well last night too. Sound like you? This is the full moon lunar eclipse. And with that being said, it's going to be a very intense energy. And we are going to, today especially on the full moon lunar eclipse, I want to share with you guys some things to do to help you move out these emotions, help this cluster of an energy this month, and first talk about what to expect this month in June. Make sure you check out my June predictions that I have on my YouTube channel. I am trying to do more on my YouTube channel. Hey, Melanie, people are driving me crazy. Well, be ready. It's going to get worse. We'll be talking about that today. Can't focus, crazy dreams. Yes, and also, I don't know, like my pets are now driving me insane too, so you might hear them in the background. Yes, it's going to be really intense, and this is actually the day that's kind of starting it off. Really, a full moon starts a couple days before. But this is a huge month, and let me talk about June and why it's going to be a crazy, crazy month. This is actually, I tapped into my guides last night and I channeled, and we have a huge eclipse. So let me first just talk about what June is. We are starting today with a lunar eclipse. Eclipse means something is going to eclipse out of your life, whether you want it or not. Eclipsing out and knowing that this is actually a good thing. Hey, Kim. Hey, Jessica. See you guys here live. It's a good thing because these are things that are going to eclipse out of your life that are no longer serving you any good whatsoever at all. Maybe you've been holding on to them or thinking that you've been been in that relationship, that job, something that you're just like have not been happy at for a while. And now it's just going to kind of disappear. And eclipse happen very like that. Like it's a huge like, whoa, what happened? And the big thing with this eclipse is I heard shit's gonna hit the fan. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So first of all, I just want to tell everybody this month, be ready. Be ready to go on an emotional roller coaster. We have today is the full moon lunar eclipse. We have Mercury Retrograde going June 18th, and then we have a solar eclipse on June 21st, the Summer Solstice. That's probably the most energetic month, or most energetic is actually the Summer Solstice. It's going to be crazy. Awesome, too, at the same time. But I want to just prepare you guys. Like, this is just thinking of your life as a volcano and just all of these emotions coming up to come out. And this isn't just going to be you. This is going to be worldwide. What happens during eclipses, a lot of anger comes up. A lot of truth comes up. And that's what I heard this full moon eclipse tapping into my guides. Always full moons are illumination, definitely illumination. So those secrets, those scandals, those, trying to hide things are going to come light. Truth is going to come out like crazy. And this is going to come out at a global level. So this is where the government, especially with all the crap going on right now, it's all going to come to a head. Were mask made mandatory? Well, yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'm seeing some writings here for those of you that are going to be listening to my podcast later. I'm also be live. I'm on Facebook, so I handle much more that comes emotional ups and downs. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this. Thomas says, I don't know if I can handle much more than comes to emotional ups and downs. Get in line. This is the whole entire universe. I would definitely suggest for everybody to listen to my Dragon Years, what's coming up 2020. I did this over 6 months ago. Listen to my podcast on that because everything that's happening right now is I forecasted, and a lot of people are asking me, when is things going to go back to normal? There is never ever a new normal. This is a new nation, a new world order is what's coming in, and for that to happen is we are getting flushed out in all ways. This means paradigms, this means societies, this means the systems, even the government system right now, as we've always been seeing already. Here in the United States, I have listeners around the whole world, but in the United States, there's a lot of riots going on. Well, I'm just going to tell you, this full moon is really going to push out a lot more anger. So be prepared. A lot of judgment. I've been seeing, especially on Facebook, a lot of division. And I want to talk about this. The guidance is to go where you are in alignment. It's going to continue to divide. It's going to continue to be in judgment. It's going to continue for anger to come up. The one beautiful thing about anger is a catalyst to get change. We won't get change in our life until we get angry enough, right? To get movement. So the way right now, especially in the lunar eclipse, I can't sleep, period. Yeah, we'll talk about that. You're not gonna be sleeping. Just telling you, everybody, this month is going to be oh my God, an emotional roller coaster. What's wrong with me? I can't sleep. I'm irritated, you know. So the biggest thing to know is to be very compassionate with yourself. If you need to take a nap during the day, take a nap. If you need to cry, cry. The biggest thing is to get energy, that anger out of you, is to release, to take action, to do exercise. Exercise is a great way to get anger out of your body. Everybody knows how great it feels when you just worked your ass off and you pumped some iron and you went on a run and then you're like, oh, I can breathe. Well, that's what you need to do, especially this month, because there is going to be a lot of energy roller coasters going on. I've been asking my guides to help me in all ways, and I'm so grateful they are. Yes. Yeah, so let's talk about this. Dragon Years podcast come to light. It's crazy to see how the info on the Dragon Years. Yeah, Kim. Yeah, I channeled my Dragon Years over 6 years ago, so I can't stress this enough. Listen to my podcast. Every single thing I talked about in that, which was school systems, and money's the next thing that's going to be coming true. We are going to go to a cashless system. The government, too, is going to be coming, what I said, too, that states were going to start pulling away, and they were going to start being their own kind of governments or counties or countries. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I'm telling you, everybody's worried about right now about the election. I'm like, I don't even know if there's going to be an election. There's not going to be just one president in the United States running the whole entire United States. So knowing this is a good time, a good change, a good things are happening. But when new things happen, people go crazy. Like, it's so funny because I've been doing readings, healings for over 20 years. Everybody consults me and wants change in their life, right? And then that change comes, and then they're like, oh my God, and the fear of the unknown is what everybody freaks out about. Well, this is going to be a repetitive, ongoing, especially in June, change, morph, and deception becoming to the light. We've already been seeing that in the government. So be expecting more of that, especially even today. Lunar eclipse will shift and bring things to illumination, denial, your own denial. Maybe you've been, you know, in a job, in a relationship, just been there because you thought you were, right? Because you were told you were supposed to be there, not because your heart's saying so. Well, that is going to be shifting. Shit's going to hit the fan in all areas of your life when it comes to you not living your truth, you not doing what your heart center says. So really, it's a beautiful thing. So if you start thinking about it like, oh, okay, it's what happens when shit hits the fan is, then you're like, oh, now I can deal with this because now the things have come to light. So now I can figure out my decision and move forward with this. So biggest thing is moving into power. Tonight, this is for every single person. I would totally do this. I'm doing it myself. I'm having a friend. I'm having a full moon ceremony. Burn some shit. You want to write out on a piece of paper all your emotions to everyone that you know that you need to let go of some negativity, maybe some feelings, and just getting into the feeling part of it, and you know, being aware, because a lot of things are going to come into enlightenment today where you're like, wow, this makes sense to me why I've been feeling this for so long, because this happened to me when I was a kid. You know, it wasn't even something right now that triggered this. This is where it triggered it now. And so write out letters. Make sure you write one out to yourself. You're going to be really surprised with how much stuff that comes out. Maybe you were holding on to some guilt or shame, or maybe, you know, some victimhood stuff, and just write a letter out to yourself. And at the very end, you want to put on all the letters, even to your mom and dad, even if your mom and dad were lovely, because this is a time to really heal a lot of inner child healings. Is to write out, I forgive you, I let this go, I forgive myself. And you burn it and really give yourself the time there to release those emotions, release that story. We all live on stories, and we all manifest by the stories. And I'm going to tell you this right now for all of those newbies that don't know this, is what you say, what you think, and your belief system wrapped around it is what you bring to you. And everything, all of those things you say, you live out. So your story that you've been saying, you've been repeating, you are living out. So this is a beautiful time to let those old stories go, get into power, burn that shit, burn that story. Be thinking, what story have I been telling everybody? Have I been telling everybody how poor and broke I am and unhealthy I am and how much anger is in the world? Get out of that story. Really work with that story to release it and burn it tonight. The next thing you want to do is you want to clear your home. You want to sage, smudge. You cannot sage enough. I sage my house every single day. But your home's energy imprints, especially right now, first of all, turn off that news. Turn off all negative things that are feeding your house negative energy. Just by doing that, you're going to feel like amazing. You're going to be like, oh my God, the news isn't here. You know, I talked to a friend the other day. I was like, what would the world do right now if we had no news? Think about from the beginning of times when they didn't even have TV or anything, right? Nobody would know there was a coronavirus. Nobody would know anything was going on. So energetically, they wouldn't be manifesting things. We manifest through what we think and those feelings, and we bring it all together. So if you go back to La La Land, not knowing the real world, not living from the world, is a beautiful blessing you can give yourself. First thing in my book, Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days, first thing I tell you is you have to go on a negative detox, and you have to get out of reality of all this drama and stuff going around. I'm in La La Land. I have not watched the news for over 20 years. I don't even have TV. I stream. Only I fill my house with positive, awesome energy. Even my daughter, she'll be like, can I watch a scary movie? I'm like, no, you can't bring that heebie-jeebie stuff in my house. So being really selective with what energy you're putting into your house, because that's the energy right now that's vibrating and putting in the energy imprints. And I will tell you this month, whether you're putting in those energy imprints or not, they're going to be intensified, because energetically, it's the whole world. It's the universe's energy. It is now coming in and out. Mother Earth is also releasing a lot of toxic energy. Anybody here been having a lot of crazy things in their homes? It's funny. I had my friends and clients, actually just 2 nights ago, anybody have anything 2 nights ago? I had 2 friends call me up. They're all like, oh my God, what's going on with my house? Like, it's making all these noises. I feel somebody's in here. I feel all this stuff. And I had another friend said, oh my God, I had a nightmare and all this stuff. And I tapped into the energy, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is some serious energy being flushed and cleared and cleansed. And it's real, people. Can't stress this enough. It's real. The great thing is you can get into the energy to clear it and open this up to a beautiful time to manifest healing and light, and bring that light into your house, bring it into your life. You can do this. So the great thing about the full moon is it's going to flush out those negativities. It's going to flush out all of that stuff that you like have to look at and say like, okay, I need to do something about there. Right now, with the riots going on, all the energetic stuff going on right now, I will tell you there's going to be more anger. There's going to be more riots, especially around the summer solstice. Summer solstice is June 21st. We have a solar eclipse, and just shit's going to hit the fan big time this month. So the way for everybody to deal with this shit is to step out and be in peace. So that means don't go into drama. Wherever you put your energy into, it's going to become more and more, and you're going to pull it into your life. I just had a friend the other day. She's like, there's this whole big, like, on Facebook, they're posting back and forth, and, you know, trying to man up on each one, right? And they're all feeding anger, and it's anger. And I said, just like step out, don't respond, delete that friend, delete whatever it is. Don't feed it more fuel, because whatever you feed right now, it's going to continue in your life, and it's going to blow up. And you don't want to go into the energy of anger. You want to go into the energy of clarity, abundance. And to get into that energy of clarity and abundance is stepping out of all of the stuff that's going on. This is also the time to breathe, to meditate, to really do deep healing on yourself. So this month is, yes, it's going to be a crazy month, but it's also a great month to really purge those feelings, to really go into healing, making that commitment to yourself, to allow that stuff to come up, to allow it to be surface and be like, okay, I need to do something about this. The other thing I see about this month is, you know, with all the anger coming out, there is going to be a lot of judgment, a lot of dividing. This is a part of the new times moving forward. We are never going back to normal. We are going to a whole new energy, a whole new system, a whole new paradigm system, universal. This is going to be for 7 years. So each year is a breakdown. Right now, we're going through the whole breakdown of paradigm. I want you to even think of, like, I even see Washington, D.C., and it's funny because I told one of my friends a year ago, even before my podcast, The Dragon Years, I'm like, I just see Washington, D.C. just like sinking, and like the whole structure of the system just like going kaput. Well, think of it. It needs to. We've been in the same way of doing, like, we've had one president from the beginning of time when there was like 100 people. Of course, I'm exaggerating here, but there was 100 people, and now we have millions and millions of people, and we still go by electoral votes. And I'm just like, what, like how have we evolved in all ways, and we have not evolved in running the government? This is just crazy, right? I will tell everybody too, because worked, but no one here. Morning, someone shout out my name, but no one here. Yeah, everybody's too, before I get into this too, everybody, you're going to feel this energy. This is everybody, whether you're intuitive or not. Every single person is intuitive. That's the other thing that's coming into illumination right now. Everybody's psychic gifts, intuitive gifts, whatever you want to call, they're going to be way illuminated this month. You're going to have those dreams. You're going to have those feelings. You're going to feel some uneasiness. You're going to be like, oh my God, what is this? Tap into it, use it, hone it. Clear yourself, tap into your inner self, call in white times if it feels scary, call in white light, cotton dog, cotton spot, spirit, whoever it is that you really get into your power, call them in and be in your power. So when I want to talk about the government, because I do see a lot of truth coming out, even so much of aliens, you have to also listen. I've been channeling the power ones for a while now. They're from the beginning of time. Pretty cool. I have this whole other language with them, and I can interpret it, and they're super cool, and they're super powerful, and they manifest people like this, and they heal people instantly too. I will be offering to, they just came to me today, they want me to start channeling with doing individual readings and healings with people. So I will be offering that here soon too. But you want to check out my SoundCloud. Check me out on SoundCloud. I do have my channelings on there, and I just channeled with them the other day. Some pretty cool, interesting, exciting stuff is going to be shown, including UFOs, aliens, all kinds of exciting stuff that has been hidden for years. I've known they've been here for years, but it's going to come out to the whole world. So be ready, because this is the thing, is a lot of people think they're ready for the truth, but then when the truth comes, it's like, no way, I can't believe that. Or they have a really hard time with it, and then they have a lot of division on it. And that's what's happening right now with the whole judgment thing. People are getting into a lot of judgment. I will say, everybody has a right to an opinion, and everybody's opinion is an opinion. It doesn't mean it's right. I'm sharing and shedding light to what I see coming up and what I've been seeing, and I can go into years out. I am just so psychic, and it's just so easy for me to see things, and you can listen. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and you can listen to all of my past podcasts. Everything's been coming true. And so those of you right now that are listening to me now, or drawn to me, maybe you're new to me, you are becoming awakened. And I want to talk about this because right now, this month is the awakening month. And you cannot force people to awaken. So those of you that are being divided with friends, you're like, how can you not see this? Like, this COVID-19 and this is bullshit. Like, how can you not see this? You can't force somebody to be awakened. And so each person has their place where they are right now. So that's biggest thing, is just sharing compassion with everybody, but knowing you don't have to be in alignment with them. You don't have to be in really good friends with them. You don't have to go along with them, because this is what we're moving into. We are moving into a dividing world, and you need to go where your heart center is and where you feel supported and where you light up always. And there's going to be no more middle ground. There's going to be positive and negative, power and fear, and it's up to you to choose. And so I can't stress this enough about the awakening. This month is the awakening, especially the summer solstice. I just see a lot of people that haven't been illuminated, awakened for a long time, and then just like, wow, I see the truth just one day. I can even call my boyfriend out on this. My boyfriend just got awake the other day. I was like, hallelujah, you just woke up. And once you wake up, you can't go back. You are going to be like, wow, how do other people not see this? And be happy that you're doing that, because you're awakened and you want to be awakened during these times. Thomas, I have been here in my home, and my daughter woke in the middle of the night with a little girl at the foot of the bed. I continue to making her finding peace, even though I'm amidst the crazy. Yeah, continue being in the peace. Oh yeah, Bonnie, yeah, totally. Yeah, in the Bible it says there's others. How can anybody think that we are we're this little teeny tiny speck? The earth is a teeny tiny speck in the whole entire universe. How can there not be other people? I just like, to not be open even that little bit is just like, it's mind-blogging to me. So just knowing that the intuition, you're awakening, many people will start awakening. You'll just be like, oh my God, like now they're getting it. There will be also illumination within everything. So that means the government. That means, so the light and the black, especially around summer solstice, that didn't come out right because of everything going on right now with, you know, the riots and everything, and Floyd and everything. And I will put my little 2 cents here in this. Just definitely do your investigation and listen to your intuition. I believe every single, like I said before, people have heard me say this, I don't even see color, I see souls. I've always seen souls. I don't see your color. And I do know that this Floyd thing is much bigger than just black and white. Every single soul matters. And I'm going to say that. I want you guys to start thinking this. Every single soul matters. You know, there's a lot more going on with this, and it's going to keep getting deeper and deeper. So make sure you do your work on all this. But the truth will come out, because that's what this whole month is about. The whole month about illumination, coming out, letting go of what doesn't serve you. So tonight, make sure you write out the stories, you burn them, you put your crystals outside, sage your home, clear yourself. Keep doing this for the next couple weeks, because you could be going through a lot of emotions are going to come up. Just the other night, I work on myself all the time. And you definitely want to be doing your soul work. The other day, I was doing my yoga, and just tears started coming out. Did I know why I was crying? No. I know I was releasing, though. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just releasing some stuff I didn't even know I had in there. So if you guys go through this, just allow the emotions to come up, because it's going to continue to be very, very emotional. Yes, Melissa, you're super awake. You've been awake a long time ago. You know, and it's kind of frustrating. You know, especially me. I mean, I'm super psychic, and I've been like this since I was 5. You know, especially me, I'm like, how do people not see this? And a lot of times I forget, you know, like I'll be like, oh, you didn't know that? Even with my friends, I'm like, what? You didn't know that? You know? And so I'm like, okay, I'm just super psychic. I gotta and so I've been doing this for so long, I can just kind of like be like, whatever. They can't see until they see. And so all of you out there that have recently become awake, or recently become more intuitive, or recently just been like, wow, now I see things. You might have a hard time with people that are like, you're such an idiot, like to your friend or to your family. And this is where I'm talking about. Just really be compassionate. And if that person is to become awake, they will wake up. And everybody is on our path. Life is about experience, and it's about learning. So maybe in their last lifetime, they were super awake. And this lifetime, they're like, you know what? I just want to go about life and do a new experience. And I want to learn to be a drunk. And I'm just going to drink myself to death this lifetime. Everything's an experience. So just know that everybody's going through their own thing. But the biggest thing is for you to know that you need to go where your soul alignment is. I'm sure a lot of you have already been going through this. Has anybody already been defriending any friends off Facebook? Has anybody already gone through there? Because this is the time to do that, is to go through your closet, your energy closet. I want you to think of this. Everything in your energy field, which is the most important in all of your life. This is the energy field. This virus is not important. And here in your energy field is what's either going to drain you or feed you love. Okay. Fear will do more to you, and intuitively, physically, emotionally, in all aspects, it will manifest into your body. And so you need to go into your emotional energy field and into your closet there and see, what do I need to get rid of? And I promise you, if you do the work, if you clear the negative people, you get rid of the negativity, which is TV, social media right now. Social media to me is porn. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Like, there's so much smut in there. I'm just like, I look at Facebook and I'm like, holy shit, all it's full with is anger. And like, does everybody remember when Facebook started? I've never really been a Facebook person anyways, because it's just time-wise. I love that I can connect with you guys here. That's why I'm on Facebook. But does everybody remember when it was just about keeping in connect and giving positive stories and letting family know like what you're doing? It's not like that anymore. There's so much hate, so much rage, so much negative energy. And just by looking at it, just by coming up and the visual popping up in your face, you're grabbing that and you're bringing it into your energy field. I want you to think of that. And it's draining you or it's feeding you. Draining you or feeding you. So go through there and look at it. And why would you want to be friends with anybody that is draining you anyways? Like, I just don't understand that. You don't. So you got to go in there. This is about you, and only you can take care of you. Only you can feed your heart, your healing. Only you can feed yourself your love. And it's up to you to do that. So it's up to you to get in your power. So I would start today. Today is a great day to flush out anything that doesn't serve you. So go in there, look at your friends, and everybody already knows like who's like, oh, I'm just not going to reply. Okay. This is also the time to speak up and speak out. This is about stepping into your power. Truth is coming out. This is the time to step into your power. This does not mean anger coming out. This means just how you feel, being in your truth, not doing society, not conforming to somebody else, not conforming because you're a people pleaser. It's about you stepping on the truth. And many of you, I even see you guys being like, did I just say that out loud? Oh my God. You may be in a group and you'll just be like, I just said it out loud. Kudos. Yes. Speak your power. Be in there. Superficial friends. Yeah, no, all friends. I love how Thomas, this is a great question. He asked, real or superficial friends? Why would you want to be friends with superficial people? Why would you want to do that? I want you guys to think of this, and I'm going to teach everybody right now with everything in your life. This is everything. This is your friends. This is job. This is where you live. This is everything, because there's going to be extreme change. Many people are also going to move. When you go into your heart center and you think of that person, do they feed you love and make you feel amazing and give you that glow and sun you up? Or do you like, get rid of them? Okay, get rid of them, get rid of the job, get rid of whatever it is. If you go, ugh, or you go like, do I care about them? Get rid of them. Get rid of it. The other thing is, just by getting rid of that, you're going to feel so empowered and you're going to feel so amazing. And this is opening up space for new abundance, new love. So this is a great time. You know, I'm telling you, like, I'm first going to tell you like all the bad stuff happening. Okay. So we also have Mercury going retrograde this month, June 18th. When Mercury goes retrograde, which we're pretty much already in the gray period, it's 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. You do not want to sign any new documents. This Mercury retrograde is going to be a doozy. It's already started with me, and I was born on Mercury retrograde, and Mercury retrograde usually does not affect me, but I'm going to tell you this month is going to affect pretty much everybody energetically. But Mercury retrograde can be really good too, because this is the time to get shit done. This is the time that you've had something on your plate forever, and you're like, okay, I've been wanting to paint the house for like 9 years now, and now is the time to be like, okay, I'm going to paint the house. Or maybe it's time to me really look at my feelings and how I feel about this person. That's also the time for Mercury retrograde, but you do not want to be signing documents. I just thought of it. I travel. I always travel on Mercury retrograde. I'm coming to Ohio July 1st, and letting everybody know I will be doing a media message gallery and healing gallery the 5th there on Sunday. So reach out to me if you're coming in Ohio. It will be in Westerville, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio area. Anyways, that being said, when you travel on Mercury retrograde, just be expecting delays. It's all about communication. And so the other thing I see, especially this month, I said anger is coming up. Well, wow. We have super anger because we have an eclipse, and then we have the Mercury retrograde where anger comes out, and then we have the summer solstice eclipse. So this is like a purge. And so with that, yes, especially in-laws. Kim just asked, do you delete your in-laws? Okay. So you might not be able to just be like, yeah, I'm never talking to you guys again. But you can start letting go of definitely putting up boundaries. And if those boundaries means, hey, when you come into my house, we only have, positive talk, you put up those boundaries, and you start just like not hanging out with them as much. And, if that means your spouse, like, hey, honey, you're going to go see your mom and dad today. I do not feel like going. Yeah, fine. Okay. You're to fill yourself with positivity. And I know some of you are going to be like, what about your spouse? You do heebie-jeebie work on your spouse. I sneak healings on spouses all the time and children, and just giving everybody that, my heart and soul healings, and I do everything remotely, energetically, and it really works. I've done some pretty famous people too. But it's also working with, if your spouse is not that positive energy, well, I'm just going to say it right now too. If you've been like that, you might be getting a divorce because the eclipse, gets shit out of your life. And so if you've already been like, oh my God, my husband, my wife has been driving me insane for so many years, well, Tell them bye-bye. Just gonna tell you. But if you have to live with your spouse and, you know, everything, I'm just saying that jokingly, kind of, you know, and you're in that energy, it's just being with them and only engaging in the positivity, always only engage in positivity. And a great energy tip to do too, if you are awake and your spouse isn't, because we usually will go through different times, you know, where all of a sudden you become awake and your spouse isn't, especially women. This is the time of goddess year, so women are really rising in their power. Start just leaving some stuff out. Start implanting your house with some positive energy through some positive music, some chanting, maybe some oming. You can go to YouTube and it's all free. Do some om music. They don't have to know what you're doing. Sage, do your heebie-jeebie on them. Put a bowl of Epsom salt underneath the bed right there. I already see everybody right now like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. Put some crystals underneath the bed. I mean, this is great for everybody anyways, whether your spouse is negative or not. This is great for the whole entire family. I work with families all the time on healing them. This is also great for your kids. This is a big time too for children. Children are definitely going to feel the energy right now. I mean, I feel even for my own kids, I knew all this was coming. I forecasted, I said, kids are going to go back online school. Everything I forecasted from the dragon years, I just did not know it was going to be like this bomb from the coronavirus. Just did not know it. I knew it was going to be fast change. I knew it was going to be extreme. You're a helicopter right now too. And yes, there's some shit coming up. Like the helicopter I posted on there the other day, they're like, oh, they're just spraying. I'm like, no, there's some stuff coming up. They're either looking, riots, something, I don't know, but there's something going on there. But knowing that even children right now, it's a very, they're sponges, right? And they're sponges of emotions and feelings. And this is universal energy. This is like, you can't just shut your door, put on your mask and say, no, you can't come in. You can't do that. That's cracking me up. Still cracks me up when people put on the mask. Oh yeah, I'm not going to get sick of putting on a mask. Or social distancing. Where did we get the word social distancing? I mean, you talk about division and dividing people. We are here to connect, to be with together, to connect. Social distancing is going to hurt kids more than everything. And I'm also going to talk about the mask here too, now that I'm getting on a rave here. I live in California, so California, I see a lot of Florida people here. I see a lot of other people here from other states right now. California is so behind times right here, and it's all about control, and it's bullshit. I'm just gonna tell you right now. We have so many conforming, and so many people are voluntarily giving up their freedom. It just shocks me. We have what's called tracking right now. It just went in place June 1st. Tracking is where they can actually come in if you have COVID-19. I'm a single mom with my 2 kids. They're with me most of the time, almost 100% of the time. And they're saying that they could just come and take me out of my house or my kids out of the house and put them in a shelter and desegregate us. This is like Hitler times. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. And then the whole mask thing, and especially going into schools here in California, they're not final yet, but I did hear, I'm just quoting what I heard, and my kids will not go into this, and sharing this with everybody else too, is going into a school with a mask and with gloves. And it's more like a concentration camp, being separate 6 feet apart, can't leave the room, have to eat there, just all this shit, okay? When you have a mask, you're taking away your power, you're hurting your throat chakra. I just talked about this in a show. There's going to be so many people with the throat chakra that's going to shut down and manifest in so many physical elements that you're going to be, oh my God, way more than this virus. This virus is nothing. This is so much more. It's about taking away control. I'm a health intuitive, been a health intuitive for over 20 years. We need our immune systems. By taking that mask, you are taking away your immune systems. You're taking away your rights. You're taking away your power. And you're going to manifest so much more sickness, illness, everything in your body. And imagine growing up in this environment where the kids are going to it with the mask and gloves and not supposed to be together. We are here to be as one and share love, not share fear. They are taking away their rights, they're taking away their power, and there's no way in hell my kids will be a part of that. So that's why I'm doing online, my little talk here. But I want everybody to be aware of this. Putting that mask on, especially with a child, you're teaching the child. Already people know it's already hard for a child to speak up and speak out and with their feelings, right? Your emotions are everything. I have been a health intuitive for over 20 years. Your biggest thing in your life, not this virus, not any virus, is your emotions. Your emotions will manifest. I had cancer at 28 from my emotions, and I've talked about it on my other podcast, and I healed it emotionally. I didn't take medicine. I didn't take drugs. No way will you take the vaccine. The vaccine will kill you. I'm telling you all of that too. You got to listen to my powery ones that I've been channeling. So really be selective, especially right now, because this month, all of this is going to come to the head, and it's going to be really important to listen to your heart center and go what feeds your heart and soul, because there is going to be a division. There is going to be a division of people, and there's going to be awake people and non-awake people, and you cannot wake up those unawake people. So go, and if you're listening to me now, you are awake. So go with the awake people. Yeah, you didn't know that. I have some really great docs to sign next week, which in a few days before retrograde. Oh, okay. So let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Michelle, she asked a question about signing. If you've already been in, I would definitely not sign after June 18th. Just wait till after the gray period, which would be the end of July. If you've already been in like selling a house or been in some kind of movement towards something, like I've been in movement, my website's still not up. I have some other things, but I've been in the movement. I'm already working on it. Yes, it's totally fine. If I was, June, after Mercury goes retrograde, especially around the summer solstice, and I decided to sell my house, yeah, I would wait. I'd wait until, right after it goes forward. And especially no muzzle. Yeah, mask or muzzle, everybody. Just telling you, mask or muzzle, taking away your power, shutting off your thyroid. And it's going to be interesting when everybody quits wearing masks on how many thyroid issues there's going to be. Anyways. So that being said, yeah, I would do that. The other thing is with the summer solstice coming, I love summer solstice. Summer solstice doesn't surprise me with all this too. So summer solstice is always a time of death and rebirth. And I'm going to touch, my guides are telling me to tell you guys this too. I'm going to touch a little bit about this and how the coronavirus works and how everything. I've been a medium since I was 5. I've been a health intuitive professionally since I was for over 20 years. And we manifest through emotions into physical sickness, right? So the flu, I never get sick. I never get sick. Mine never matter. Even like right now, I would go where a whole hospital of coronavirus people, I'm not going to get sick. My mind is that strong, and I know I'm not going to get sick. So what you think, what you feel, you manifest. Next thing is, when it's your time to go, you can't hide. You can't put on a mask, go in there. I've been a medium for so many times, for so long. Like, you can't be like, no, God, I have a mask on. I'm not going to go. You can't do it, okay? And to let you guys know that the whole thing with this whole time, how everything came in, if you listen to my dragon years, I said many people will be leaving the earth. We are shifting now into a whole new universe, and it's starting right now. Summer solstice is the reset. So summer solstice is like whole new universe, whole new reset. People that, when we are here in this body, and this is where people that are not awake won't understand. Those of you I know will understand right now. We're in our physical body, or we are a soul. Our energy is a soul. It never dies. So our body houses it. And right now we are just here on earth experiencing life. And so when it's time for our soul to go, it goes. And so with this being said is, with the energy moving into a whole new frequency, whole new paradigm, there are going to be people that are not going to want to be here. A lot of them are the elderly generation. Imagine being like 80 years old or 90 years old, and from the beginning of time, and seeing all the changes and everything. And now we go into like just a whole new paradigm shift of all this energy. They're not even going to be able to like wrap their mind around it. They're just going to be like, I don't want to be here. Peace out. Or a lot of people, there are addicts. A lot of people here that earth just doesn't feel right. A lot of people that have alcoholism or drug addicts, the reason what they could have decided in this contract in this life, they're like, hey, I'm going to be a drug addict in this life. And you're like, why would you be a drug addict? I just don't understand why you would choose that. Well, maybe their last life was boring. And this life, they're like, yeah, I had a perfect life last time, and now I want to choose this. This is what Earth's about. It's about experiences. And so they want to peace out. Okay. So just knowing that, whether it would have been a coronavirus or it would have been something else, there was going to be something major to clear a lot of the people off of here. And it will continue for the next 2 to 3 months. It's going to get more tense. And the reason why, it's not necessarily the coronavirus, it's because of the new universe shift that I'm talking about. The new universe shift is going to be for the next 7 years. They're not going to want to be here. They're just getting like, peace out. I don't want to deal with this. They're just piecing out of their body. Their soul's not dying. Your soul will never die. It will continue to live on. Can't stress this enough. So letting you all know, if you are awake, you're going to be fine. You're not going to, trust me, like right now, you guys probably already would have pieced out. Okay. So live through power. And when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. You can't hide. But this is a beautiful time right now because we're stepping into a whole new world. The wonderful thing happening right now, I don't want to like continue on about this, but we are going to manifest like this. Has everybody already been seeing this? Like you think it and oh my God, it shows up for you. That's how things are really going to continue to shift so fast. Have you also been noting how fast time's been going? You're just like, oh my God, I swear last month, I'm just like, it was just May and we're in June. And then we'll be like, oh my God, it's the end of the year. So that being said, time shifting up, energy shifting up. And so you really want to be in alignment with your heart center, your truth. A lot of truths are coming out. There's no more people pleasing years. People pleasing years are gone. And those of us that know we have kids, I have 5 kids from 27 to 12, and my new little ones are not people pleasers. And I'm telling you, raising them is totally different than raising people pleasers. Raising people pleasers are very easy. And if you're a people pleaser right now and you're coming into your truth and you're coming into your alignment, you could have been having a hard time for the last probably 2 to 3 years. You've been having a hard time like really connecting to your heart center and being like, oh, I'm to do for myself. Like I'm to listen to my heart. What? No. So that's what we're coming into. We're coming into the truth. It is crazy how time flies. We choose our path. Yeah, we always choose our path and where we want to be born. We have many different ways we can choose for sure. And that's why right now is karma also I'm seeing being totally released. The other thing this month I'm seeing is past lives. Past lives coming up like crazy. So you could be either dreaming about them. You could be all of a sudden you have a talent or you have a longing to learn something. This is why I'm launching. Anybody here? I'm super excited about launching my magical university. It's an online healing school. I more healers. Everybody's psychic abilities are going to be like, whoa, so much more powerful, especially this month. You're going to get illuminated. Your healing abilities are going to be illuminated. Every single person is psychic and healer and can be learned to use that energy and hone into it to heal people and pets and do readings and everything that I do. So that's why I'm launching. I've had my magical university online for God, probably over 5 years. And I've had some students here and there. It wasn't timing, and now it's timing to really bring it forth. So I'm starting an apprenticeship. If this is something that you're looking for, I'm sending out information today. I'm starting at 8/8, and I've been working with clients for over 20 years, and I need somebody to send them to. So that's why I really want to get more people out there, because I really want to share and spend my energy in teaching and really getting out there. The other thing is that you're going to have physical issues right now too. Your body is going to be speaking to you big time. So that pain in your neck or that headache that you keep getting when you go into that job or you go around that person, it's your body's way of saying, hello, you're not listening to me. This is not a good energy to be around. You're not vibing with me. Your physical body are going to really talk to you, and it's your reception to energy, and it's really going to become much more keen. Where was I 7 years ago? Great question. Totally. Oh, hi. I lived 7 years ago. I actually 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. Yeah, I moved from Florida to California. I had a count there. 7 years ago, yes. And this is Bonnie, I love how you brought that up. Where were you 7 years ago? This is going to be for everyone. I want you guys to think about 7 years ago. And also history repeats itself, but this is going to be a clean slate. So this means karma cleared, your past lives returning in a good way. You may even be meeting a lot of past life people that maybe you had a past life with. This could be obviously a lover, but it could also just be friends. The other cool thing that I was channeling last night, you definitely got to listen to on my SoundCloud. I was channeling that I saw these people becoming awakened. It was beautiful. I wish I could show people in my head. This is what's happening around Summer Solstice this month. It's like this bing, like people are just going to be like, whoa, I feel awake and alive. And I feel I need to go to this place, or I feel I need to move to this place, or I feel I need to be here at this place, or maybe I need to just reach out to this person. And that's because everyone worldwide, universal wise, all the awakened ones are being lit up and healed to move us into the higher vibration. And so all of a sudden you may feel like out of the blue, just like, I'm going to move. Or I'm going to start this new business, or I'm going to do this. if you listen to your soul, because that's what's happening, is our soul is being lit up. So this is a beautiful time. Our soul's being lit up. I mean, it can't get better than that. Our soul's getting lit up. So it's up to you to tune into your soul and do and take action on what lights up your soul. And everybody right now, you can even just ask that question to you. Really tap in. My Manifesting Magic group, we're talking to Heart Center, and you can still join my Manifesting Magic group. It's a private Facebook group. It's only $99 for the whole month. The biggest thing is like get you manifesting, and this month is a great time to manifest. But it's about listening to your heart center. So just tapping in, just giving yourself time tonight would be really good on giving yourself and going to your soul and saying, okay, what lights up my soul? What am I here? What is my purpose? Our purposes are coming out like crazy this month. So if you go to the alignment with it, if you listen and you do, and you just break out all those fears. And the other thing that's I've been seeing too is a lot of people are coming into leadership. So before maybe you were conformist, maybe before, I mean, thank God there's so many sheep out there. I'm like, wake up, people. I just want to smack all the sheep. I'm like, wake up, become a leader. And if your soul is calling you to do that, do it. And if you do it, you will be rewarded so much in so many ways. You will have fulfillment, you will have love, you will have prosperity, you will have all of those things you've been longing for. But it's up to you, being the human you are, to listen to your soul. More telepathic, yes, Peggy, they are. Hey, Peggy, she's in Florida. I might be coming to Florida, I don't know. I'm coming to Ohio. We'll see where else. I want to make it out to Arizona, Idaho, some new places. This is also another thing that's coming up this year is go for it. Make that bucket list, get out of your comfort zone and do total new things that you haven't ever thought. Like, you know what? I just want to go there. Go. When it comes to, telepathically, everybody's waking up telepathically. Those thoughts are going to be coming in. Has anybody been noticing you think of somebody and then you call them in? Yeah, it's going to be continuing to go down, really opening up that portal. So the other cool thing that's happening right now, and it already started, but this month is really going to be illuminated. Those of you that know we have chakras, we are actually got 4 new chakras up in our crown chakra, up in our crown chakra area. We have Christ consciousness coming in now, and listen to my podcast on that. I already talked about this on my Christ consciousness. You can check out all my podcasts on Blog Talk Radio, also YouTube. Go to YouTube. Now these are being pulled. I think, yeah. I have an awesome assistant, Katrina. Thank you so much, Katrina. She keeps me in order and she does all the technical stuff that I suck at. So she's putting this one up there too on YouTube. So my YouTube channel will be growing, but definitely listen to it. But I have, we're going to have 4 new, crown chakras. And it's really cool if you utilize them. A crown chakra, a chakra is just really an energy point. And that energy point is going to really grow to this new mass consciousness. And this is where you're going to blow yourself away. This is where you're going to be like, oh my God, I connected so well easy to this person. And I picked up that person's thoughts, or maybe I connected to spirit. You really want to connect to spirit right now. Christ consciousness is the highest consciousness there is. This is blowing away all belief systems. Because I'm going to tell you, if you can't get out, and I would definitely tell everybody tonight to release any negative or old belief system that's holding you back, because your belief system is what is holding you back. Can't stress this enough. What you believe, you create. If you believe that it's going to be hard for you to get something, then it's going to be hard for you. If you believe that miracles just drop in your lap, then miracles will drop in your lap. And yes, it's that easy, but you have to believe it. So getting out of those belief systems, expanding your consciousness, getting mindful is the other thing that I've been seeing with this energy, is really getting mindful and getting and sinking into your body. And this is where it's so easy. I just posted the other day, go out into nature. Anybody here been craving more and more nature? Nature is your natural healer. It's your abundance. It's everything, especially right now. So the big thing with the moon is obviously it's water. If you are a water sign too, I have Scorpio moon. Obviously I'm empath. Obviously I'm super psychic. This could be really affecting you. So also be aware of your children too, affecting the energy. And it's going to be like It's not just like, oh, overnight. Like I'm talking like this is going to be an intense summer. So go with water. Water is a great source to clear and cleanse your energy field. Swimming is one of my favorite things to do to cleanse your energy field. Go where there's running water, ocean, lake, stream. I love flowing water. And if you think of yourself really getting in the flow of energy, if you are flowing in energy, you're just going to allow all these emotions to come in and out, and just really letting go. And when you get into fluidity, that's when the manifesting, the magic happens. So it's really letting go of a lot of attachment. That's the other thing I was been seeing is attachment. You cannot be attached in the new world. You can't have stuff. Get rid of stuff. Just gonna tell you, the more simple you have, the more you'll open up to space. I already was starting my house yesterday. I was like, oh, it feels so good to get rid of stuff. The more simplified you can get. The other thing moving into this energy and talking to my power ones, swimming every day. Awesome, Jessica. The other thing is to really be in awareness of your surroundings and where you're at all times. So in other words, if something does not bring you joy in your house, on you, just today I put on a shirt and I was like, what? And I took it off. I'm like, this is not doing me anything. And then you want to ask yourself, do I need it or do I not need it? Get rid of it. The other thing is self-sustaining, especially getting off government. Our government's getting ready to go through severe change, severe. And right now I hate, like you look on social media and there's Republicans and Democrats. Okay, I'm just going to talk about this. I'm independent, so not saying who I'm for or anything. I'm actually for independence because always from the beginning of time, parties and religion divide people. And look at it right now. It's so dividing people. And you can blame one person or another. This is a much bigger thing going on than the government, than the person paying money for the riots. This is all happening at a universal level. And so it's really important to know that and not point fingers. And the government is definitely going to be changing where people have been asking me about this, about the president and stuff. I don't even feel there's going to be an election. I don't know what this looks like, how it feels, or if there's an election. I don't see another president other than Trump, but I do know that whatever happens after this, it's going to shove and clear and Trump, whether you love him or hate him, and I have in my book, Manifest Anything You Want 30 Days, I actually predicted him before, like it's in my book before he even became president. I said he's a great manifester. He is the catalyst of change. And we needed him to get change because when you get the catalyst, nobody's going to do anything in their life unless they get really angry, whether you love them or hate them. There's emotions right there, and then you shove through it, right? And that's what he is right now. And is what's happening though. It's what's been kind of interesting, especially me in California, and I have clients around the whole world. So I've been seeing in different states, different countries, like just this whole different energy dynamic. And it's like this breakdown. It's like this domino effect, just like government, Newsom, not a Newsom fan, but Newsom, our governor, they just, here the president said that, yes, you have to let church people in, right? And he said no, and he won. I was like, holy moly. So being a part of that, though, this is the division that I was seeing. I was seeing this division. So be prepared for this. States are going to, somebody said they're craving mountains. I do see a lot of people moving because where you resonate with, the vibe is, and where you're being led to go, you're to be there. You're to hold the light for the universe because it is going to be breaking apart, and you want to make sure you listen to my SoundCloud because I see different countries. When I channel, I never remember. I remember, I think it was Russia and Japan or Asia coming in alliance. So I see these different energies coming into alliance and doing different things. But knowing that if you go where you are being called to go, you're going to be fine and you're going to be rewarded and you're going to listen to your soul. The more you can get off the government assistance, the more you can make your own food, grow your own food, not be so on their money system. I actually feel, you will hear me, I heard that it's going to go back to a bartering system. Not everything bartering, but it is going to go back to a bartering system. The more you can get self-sufficient, the more you're going to feel safe, the more you're not going to be controlled, because there is going to be a lot of things. And I know we have a lot of questions about vaccinations, which that will have to be a whole nother show. But I just really wanted to be and let you guys know that this month is going to be an emotional, crazy month. So tonight on the full moon, do your full moon ceremony. Mercury retrograde, you know, just definitely don't sign any new documents. Be aware too when you're communicating with others, because this is time where communication could go haywire. And now on top of it, we have all this anger. And so before you talk to somebody, communication during Mercury retrograde is what you're saying, they might not hear you right. It's a communication mishap. That's what it's about. Make sure to back up all your devices. I just heard to tell you guys this. And I think it's also telling me this. My guides are telling me, back up your devices. Yeah. So this is when things will just break. Your computer, your phone, cars, big electronics. This time not to do big purchases either. And it's a time just to kind of like go inward, really like flush out that anger, flush out the feelings. This is a beautiful time to heal and to really go in and see like, oh, what do I need to heal? What do I need to let go of? And I promise you all, you let go of all the things that, you know, are fearful, the people, the things you're not in alignment, you know, and even beliefs. Like, where are you holding a negative belief? You know, like, I have to be poor. That's a horrible belief. Or the economy sucks right now, so I'm going to be poor. Horrible belief. It's a belief. So really looking in there and seeing and being like, okay, bye-bye, flushing that out. Bye-bye, flushing that out. Bye-bye, flushing that out. And then we have the summer solstice coming in, and it's going to shine. I love summer solstice. Summer solstice is always a time for death and rebirth, always. But now we have it like on freaking steroids. So June's like steroid energy, okay? And so use this energy. It's an energy to really flush everything out. Pretend you're a volcano and you're just like, boom, just spewing everything out. We talked about this too, is voice, oming, working with getting it out, talking it out, even just throwing it out, screaming, shouting, oming, not necessarily at someone, but voicing it. Voice carries an energy, and it's a very important energy to have. I'm on a cleaning binge. Good. Yes. Clean that shit out. Not only clean that shit out, clean it internally out. And also, you know, really like, what do you want to bring sun to? Because that's what I see it as, a beautiful time. So even all this stuff, it's going to come up, come out. And then if you sun your shine up, and I've been seeing this tons of my readings, and I'm sure a lot of you have been having this too. You have been like wanting to come out, but then you're like, oh, I'm just going to bring it back. So this is the time to shine your light into the world. Most likely in a past life, you were either killed for shining your light into the world or speaking up in some way. Well, all of that now is coming up to the surface. And so it's really a good time. Just visualize yourself being the sun. I love the summer solstice. Summer solstice is all about shining your light, shining your love, shining your joy, going from anger to joy. Be thinking of that. It's so easy just to tap in and say, hey, what lights me up? Start doing it. Start taking the action to what lights you up daily. This is not like it's so funny, me being a health intuitive. I'll have people come to me after like 50 years of being unhealthy and not doing any work. They'll be like, yeah, I want to lose like 50 pounds. And I'm like, yeah, I have a magic wand and I'm going to go boop. You got to do the work, people. And it's as simple as listening to your heart and doing it, taking action. This is the month to take action. Action also gets you out of fear. Taking action and action doesn't necessarily mean literally action, which it can be action, but it also can be energetic action of just releasing, like I said, cutting those energy cords. Those are huge. And you might want to listen to my energy cord cutting that I do. That was just posted here the other day. Okay. Everybody have an awesome full moon. Have an awesome June. Just wanted to come on here and shed some light. Love to reach out to you guys. Make sure to check out my YouTube. I put out my predictions there. It's under Vickie Miller because I'm rebranding. If you want to come on my Manifesting Magic groups, not too late. Love to teach you guys and share with you how to manifest. And it's a private Facebook group online here. And I come on there Mondays and Fridays. I do readings for the group and then how to work with the energy. And we have what's called soul work. And we work on manifesting, and people manifest amazing, awesome things. And it's a monthly membership. It's a monthly recurring membership. You can only do 1 month if you want. Most of my people in there have been with me for many years though, because they're manifesting awesome magic stuff. And I love, love, love to share magic. All right, everybody, have a fabulous, beautiful day. Happy manifesting tonight and happy full moon. See ya.